What's going on, guys? I'm Freedomeon. I'm actually the coach of the Welshans in the Battle Union, but this is going to be a guest narration for Josh and the Slateport Vale. He's asked me to do his guest narration for him this week, so this is his week 1 battle. He's against Trip and the Dallas Staravias. Josh hasn't told me too much about the battle before going into it because it pretty much plays as you see it apparently, so we're going to just look at the team straight away, and Josh has some power. He has a Staraptor, for God's sake. Pretty good matchup on Josh's end, to be honest. So Josh is going to be leading off with his Xerath, the Mega Absol, as Trip leads off with his Snorlax. First turn, Josh is going to Mega Evolve, because if you stay in, you have to Mega Evolve on the turn you stay in, and he's just going to go for the knockoff, obviously expecting to get rid of like the leftovers or something on the Snorlax, thinking he can take it, but he gets rid of a Choice Band, and then Snorlax goes for a double edge and just wrecks Absol's life. Absol is quite frail, so it's going to go down to that because obviously he's max invested in attack. Josh can bring in his Easy Peasy and just get rid of Taylor Swift. I don't appreciate that nickname, Trip, because I love Taylor Swift. And just get rid of it with a Tri-Attack. Now, obviously, Josh is going to be predicting the Mach Punch or some form of fighting move here, so he's going to pull a switch into Lunar's Latias as Trip goes for the Force Spam. He does not get the Paralysis, which is lucky for Josh. And you're going to see a strange move here. I've watched this, and I was like, Dragon Breath? Okay, Josh. Josh likes to dig deep in the move pools. Obviously, he's hoping for the paralysis chance more than going for damage. Latias is here to sort of annoy Trip's team more than anything. Josh went in with a game plan, and he's going to be pulling that off. This is a Stealth Rock Celebi, so rocks are going to be getting up against Josh. Then his Staraptor is obviously going to be taking 25% damage when it comes in, so rocks are kind of important. Trip's going to pull a switch out here as Josh is just going to keep going for the Dragon Breath, trying to get damage and hopefully trying to get the paralysis on anything that comes in. Obviously, he doesn't get the paralysis this turn against the Arcanine. He's going to go for Dragon Breath again, and this turn he does get the paralysis. This is going to be the start of a very hacksy game for Trip, unfortunately. So just warning you guys now, if you don't like hacks, just stop watching. Please, stop watching. So Josh is just going to pull a switch out into Juvia, his Manaphy here. Obviously, it's water type. He could go for Tail Glow. If he's packing it, I'll just go for a Scald. But Arcanine does go for the Roar, pulls him out into Aroma Whale. Shout out to Enzo, the Aromatisse. And Josh has a number of things he can do here. Obviously, he's going to want to switch out because he's going to be running Moonblast on the Aromatisse as his attacking move, which isn't really going to do much to the Arcanine. Now, Josh has got Manaphy in for free this turn rather than have to worry about the Roar because Arcanine got paralyzed again. So Josh can just go for a Scald here. He's going to go for the Scald, and he's going to get the burn, of course, because this is a Haxy game. Scald burns all the time, though, let's be honest. Celebi has Natural Cure, so Celebi's not going to mind too much. Obviously, Josh doesn't want to stay in against the Celebi, but he has his Aroma Whale, or he has his Latias that he could have pulled the switch into. Obviously, he could be fearing the Shadow Ball from the Celebi or the U-turn, so Aromatisse covers the base better there. So he's going to pull a switch into the Aromatisse. Then Trip goes for the Energy Ball instead of Giga Drain, obviously going for the move damage rather than the recovery possible. He's just going to keep going for Energy Ball, trying to wear the Aroma Whale down. Josh is going to go for the Wish here. Obviously, Protect is extremely predictable on the next turn. So Josh isn't, if we wait for it to catch up with us, Josh isn't going to Protect, as you can see there. So Celebi gets the chance to just go for the recovery. Josh read this quite well. It could have ended quite badly for him. Another Energy Ball would have KO'd there, obviously. But hey, he managed to get a free Wish off there without having to go for the Protect and got a little bit of damage. It isn't much damage, but he could have got the special attack drop, which I'm surprised didn't happen given how hacksy this game is. He can go for another Wish here. He can take an Energy Ball He could also go for a protect if he's packing it again, of course, or he can just go for Moonblast, or he could switch, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to pull a switch into Staraptor here because obviously it threatens the Celebi out. Celebi does not want to be standing against here. Trip took the opportunity again to go for the recover, thinking that maybe there was going to be a protect coming into play, but obviously it was a battle that neither of them was going to win against each other. He can just go for a Brave here. Brave Bird. Yes, Josh can just go for a Brave Bird here as the Arcanine comes in. It's got the Intimidate, but let me tell you about Staraptor. It's got Reckless, it's got Brave Bird, and I'm pretty sure this is running a Choice Band, and it still wrecks him. It's not a 2-hit KO. Based on how much damage that did, it could potentially be a roll. Not too sure, but he goes for it again and he doesn't get the KO. Maybe he was hoping for a crit, maybe he was hoping that it was a roll, maybe he calced it. I haven't calced it, but Arcanine does survive. Now Josh pulls a switch out here. I think he must have predicted a double switch because he could have picked up the KO on Arcanine, but yeah, Arcanine is paralyzed again. So I know it's really bad to be getting this much hacks against you in a league battle. It's really unfortunate, but hacks does happen, unfortunately. And if you are getting annoyed watching the hacks, I did tell you to stop watching. So Josh is just going to be able to make the most of the situation he's in and just go for his recovery here. Goes to the Moonblast, and he gets some more hacks in the form of a crit on the Arcanine. Arcanine obviously Fire-type resists the Fairy move, but hey, there's a Roma Whale at a nice, decent HP now. Obviously, you know, you're going to be scared out by a Scizor, but Josh isn't scared out because he has the Berry. So he stays in anyway. Trip predicts him to switch out, obviously, because Trip is kind of in a situation where he needs to start doing something. Josh pulls out the HP Fire on the Aromatisse. Obviously, that would have done a lot of damage to Scizor if it didn't KO, and did a little bit of damage to Celebi, which is always nice. So Josh can go into Latias. I don't think we've seen all 4 of Trip's moves. He's got Stealth Rock, he's got Energy Ball, and Recover. I don't think we've seen the 4th one. Shadow Ball would have been a good option because it hits the Latias for one, and Trip is really struggling with the Latias at this point. This is going to be a bit of a long section here where they're just attacking each other, basically. Trip just keeps going for energy balls. Obviously, he doesn't have any other option here, which is unfortunate for him. But now he's going to pull out, well, switch out. He's not pulling out of anything. As Josh predicts that and goes for the HP Fire this turn for the Scizor coming in. Then, of course, Trip can go back into a Celebi, which is going to take damage from the HP Fire. Trip is really struggling to gain anything here. As you can see, he's really trying to figure out what he needs to do. He's trying some things. It's not quite working out for him, which is unfortunate. Josh is going to land this Toxic, but of course, Celebi has Natural Cure, so it doesn't need to worry too much about the Toxic as long as it's switching out. It's just going to be more energy balls being fired off at Luna. They're not doing any damage at all, and of course Josh can just recover his health back up, so it's going to be a losing battle on Trip's end. So he does need to switch out, but no, he goes for the Heal Bell, and this is where he gets rid of the status. Toxic's gone, so he doesn't need to worry about that anymore. Obviously this is a pretty decent Celebi set, but Latias just completely walls it. Celebi now gets fully paralyzed from the Dragon Breath. If you were wondering why you should run Dragon Breath over Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor, here it is, kids. Now Josh is just going to pull switch into his Easy Peasy as Celebi gets paralyzed again, turning into Arcanine now. Josh is going to be able to just go for Conversion here. I'm not entirely sure what Conversion does. That's something I should have read up on before this. But hey, you can leave a comment down below and, I don't know, tell me to get good, I suppose, because that's what everybody else does these days, and tell me that I should know what Conversion does. He's going to be able to go for the Heal Bell here, as Josh went for the Tri Attack that time. And he's going to be able to get rid of his status again, but he's not going to be able to survive another Tri Attack, and that is a dead Celebi, or a KO'd Celebi, because Pokemon don't die, they live on forever. Now, Trip is going to go into his Jade Dragon, the Dragonite. Josh is going to go for a Tri Attack. And if you wanted more hacks, here's a Paralysis. As you can see, the Dragonite is not Lump, but it is Dragon Dance. So, is the Paralysis going to come into play? Is the question. Otherwise, this could be a sweep for Trip. Because of the E-Speed here, obviously because he's paralyzed, he can't go for any of his moves that don't have priority. The E-Speed should be able to KO a Roma Whale from here because he's up +1, but he's going to get paralyzed again, unfortunately for Trip. Then the Roma Whale goes to the Moonblast, going to take out the Dragonite. I'm pretty sure that Trip has only got this and the Balloon left at this point, I believe. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch. The Berry Berry is not going to save a Roma Whale. I love saying the Berry Berry, it's quite fun. I'd also love to hear Enza say that about his Aroma Whale. Now, Trip is going to try and preserve his Sizzle here and go into his Balloon to catch the Scald. And the Scald is going to burn, which is unfortunate. Obviously, you can go for Bullet Seed, but what you're going to find out is that this Balloon turns out to be Scarfed. And with Latias still sitting there, it's GG pretty much at this point, because Balloon cannot touch the Latias. He's only going to get 2 hits off the Bullet Seed, but as you can see, they do nothing anyway. I think it was 6 damage each, and this is where it does confirm that it is Scarfed. Josh can easily just recover this out and just let the Balloon die to burn and put himself at full HP, ready for the Sizzle coming back in, to not worry about, like, say a crit Bullet Punch or something like that. Obviously Latias does have HP Fire, so that is going to be able to wrap up the game. After these next couple of turns, obviously, all the Battle Union links are going to be in the description down below. This is, I think, the first Pokemon related video on Josh's channel, so leave him a like for that. There will be more people doing guest narrations in the next few weeks for the TBU battles. Oh lol. I think it's GG to Trip. Unfortunately, he did get hexed out, but Josh went into it with a bit of a game plan for some paralysis from the Dragon Breath. Hey, hacks is hacks, it happens. You win some, you lose some to it. You just gotta move on. So yeah, that's gonna be this game. Josh will see you, or whoever's narrating next week will see you. I've been Freedomeon, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.